Tonight on RGB, we see what was boiling over and bubbling under in this week's news headlines. Then our panel decides whose fashion had mouths running faster than the horses at the Durban July.
Anima wethu la nkqubo eyenza indlebe ezosaziwayo zitshise ngaphezulu kwempama ka-black coffee ibuyile igama layo yi-RGB. Mna ke ndinguSamorawo kwamangesi.
Mna ndinguSinazo wakwayolwa. Since July a mental illness awareness month, sithi masikhuphe i-mental stress man by giving you that one thing ebisenza anxiety kangaka, the best of what's been happening at the Durban July.
Now before we get to dishing out more dirt than uganda, here's the wrap-up of the stories that matter the most kwindaba zakule veki. Kwibali lethu lokuqala ke bethuna, imagine being bullied so much that ude ucenge otishala bakho for extra homework, and in order to avoid your bullies you go and eat your lunch in the bathroom. Now imagine that you're one of the most loved, beautiful people in South Africa and this is how you had to grow up. Well, stop imagining, because this is the true story of Zimbabwean-born model and TV presenter Kim Jade, who would leave school early every single day. Now things changed when she went to high school and found a new crew who helped her realize that there was absolutely nothing wrong with her petite frame, the complexion yakhe.
Andazi bantu noba it was shots fired at rappers abathanda upost muscles nemali, okanye this was genuinely an artist sharing. Kodwa Prince KB has just dropped some truth so heavy it would make Khulubisa ebe. The Guguletu hit maker uthi abantu abakhathali man uba unamalini ungu DJ uyi artist uyi rapper, just make sure you focus on getting into the studio, overcommitting to music, because that is what we want you to leave behind, a catalog.
Speaking of opinions and sharing them publicly, that's exactly what Scoop Makatini did recently. And the subject was everyone's favorite rapper trying to leave his label, MT. On a panel discussion featuring VG, Miss Cosmo, as well as DJ Speedster, the always outspoken Scoop said that rapper to get out of his deal with Ambitious Records, as he didn't ask for help when he signed his contract. Makatini also said that signing a contract blindly was the worst thing an artist could do, and shared that he also reached out and tried to advise MT through his ordeal. Hopefully for MT, this isn't a case of karma for what happened between Yana and Aries when Aries left Ambitious. But if it is, he'll definitely have to apologize better than he did when he accidentally streamed his 4-5.
Ingathi ke ihiatus ka AKA from social media ide yaphelelwa ngumhluzi okanye ipetrol, as his latest thoughts on men's preferences on women went more viral than a flu bug. Super Mega got dragged for sharing his views on the alleged hypocrisy that Chris Brown faces with his latest song lyrics where he sings that he like black with the nice hair. Mr. Forbes questioned why a man gets fetched for sharing his opinion on women and why women are allowed to be specific about the type of man that they want to date. Sidregwa okwethu ke sana, ndicela unibuza bantu, where do you draw the line between preference and sexism? Ndifuna uyiva ngani.
Why abaninzi have a hard time living their best lives isn't because of their own deeds, but rather their fans' reactions to them. Take, for example, Ulenda Mtoba, who easily could have been one of the best dressed at the Durban July, but had to endure comments from fans for attending a meeting. The actress responded to the ignorant fans in a post where she said, "Aibo, pregnant people are supposed to stay at home? Nali party."
Masibuyele wedded bliss kule conversation. A superstar who's looking forward to tying the knot again is Mafiki Zolo's frontman Theo Khosinkwe, aka the Beyonce of Mafiki Zolo. Ngelishwa ke umtshato wakhe wokuqala to his partner Rosie failed after 15 years. Kodwa ngoku Theo just proposed to model and makeup artist Vaughan Williams on her 26th birthday. We wish Theo and Vaughan all the best and hope by invitation yam izawufika early ndithungise +1 wam is going to be the camera guy.
Well, clearly 15 years is trending kumafiki Zolo. From happy news to sad news, comedian Mongezi Tolasmo has decided to hang up his mic and quit stand-up comedy to focus on his production company. Umo uyobulela unkosikazi wakhe Umo ngenkxaso yakhe, and his last show is scheduled to be at the end of this month at Times Square Casino, which will wrap up 15 years of making South Africans laugh. Well,
Umdu Alpha, who was sorry, was a social media user who tried to take on Tsiki Mazwai over ditching her own natural look and taking on makeup for her new gig as a TV talk show presenter. The poet and singer told this person to F off her page because negative energy ayifuneki pha, and added that this commenter needs to learn uba iTV isebenza kanjani. In her defense, it's true, if you're on television, you have to wear makeup. The worst part about TV makeup gear is that if you're already perfect with skin such as mine or Mr. Mangesi, iveske ihide ubu-flawlessness yakho man.
Along with TV, red carpets are another place where makeup and looking flawless are basic entry requirements.
As it Durban July had a bunch of people who met the standard and then some who failed horribly. If you couldn't get a visa to KZN, okanye ufana nami wena ubungafuni ubhatala deposit yemoto to go and stand outside of a marquee, watch very closely nangu Mulisa ezosibonisa uba kwenzekelani ku Durban July according to RGB.
Ndube was Nazana Samora, Namusi, your favorite vendor girl, is out to play Nabangwebana. Henepa at the July, Huner the Barcovanas to Zativere, Radovana, Rabonana Zuzamini, Zamarabi. So without wasting any more time, Arjanangum or Banor Navako to design. What inspired your outfit? Nakona, how does it relate to the theme?
The outfit is Zoto Abantu, as in there must always be Zoto Abantu. Then the theme, I tried to follow the theme this year.
I actually went deeper in the whimsical part of the theme. African skies, whatever, for me, didn't really cut it.
Honey, I think, you know what, if you just rock up in whatever you want, we are stars of Africa, no matter what. Our clothes do not define us, but David Tlale came through with the tings, and hey, what can I say?
I'm wearing Urapeleng Mudutle today. This is the first time we've collaborated. The theme is African stars. The outfit says it for itself, representing, I mean, hello.
I just think, you know, I'm already African and I'm accentuating what is African. So, I mean, really, must I also have...
Yeah? Okay.
I didn't even know what the theme was, you know. I'm here to work.
Now, as much as we are about the fashion, we are also about the horses. How many horses are racing today, Bridget?
Angas. Who comes here for the horses anyway?
No.
No, I'm just here for the fashion, guys. Forgive me. Fashion all the way.
I thought I was drinking alcohol for free and looking nice and take picture.
Akibej.
How say?
Akibej. I'm the typical black person. I didn't bet. I don't know how many horses are racing. I just wanted to look good and have fun.
I know there's seven races. 6 and 7 are the most anticipated. How many horses? I don't know. There's a lot.
I forgot that when you do an RGB interview, you're going back to class. I don't know, and you know I don't know.
A lot of horses are running, and you know, I'm not a gambling girl. You know,
I have never ever even inquired about the horse. I'm here for fashion. Whoever's supposed to win, I hope you win. And if you were sharing the money with me, then I would care.
What makes you too forward and what makes you fashion forward?
Too forward is not knowing your boundaries, is not having respect for other people, not having compassion. So you'll always be surprised when people are like, so young papela man, just speed. And what makes you fashion forward is always being authentically yourself and not being afraid of taking risks.
there's no such thing as too forward.
If you're too fashion forward, you probably look like me.
No, I don't think there's such a thing, you know. Everyone is here to fully express themselves.
Too forward means we are popping it.
Yeah.
We're saying Ndube zabantu. Although if fashion forward in this country is relative. No shade but shade.
Which marquee experiences would you pay VIP prices for?
I'm not paying for nothing now. If you do not want me, I'm not coming.
What's the difference between spending money and wasting money?
Spending money you definitely need.
Wasting money, I think, is just buying stuff that you don't really need.
I don't know. I just blow that money fast. But the cards don't decline. Swipe, swipe, swipe.
I guess Nazo July always brings out those people who will go to Durban for the whole weekend. So go back to Molale message e-wallet because they need to get back to work. But let's move on to the outfits. I don't want to name any names or point any fingers, but some of those outfits were so bad that even if you close your eyes, you could still see them.
For what's coming up next, you will miss all the fun. Kodwa, you'll save yourself some money. Iroko pauses after the commercial break.
Our panel keeps firing shots and compliments for the Durban July fashion.
Ungaphambili weendaba zosaziwayo is back with more of the stories, the great garments, and the horrible haute couture that made the Durban July an event never to be forgotten.
Now, in order to help us choose who made the most of their moment and who made worse choices than criminals, we're joined in studio by our panel of experts.
Well, here to tell it like it is celebrity stylist Siyamthanda Ndube, the ever so stylish Molale, our resident fashion icon Krayzi K, and the lady who does not hold anything back, Avril Albetti. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yay! Great to have you.
Thanks for the cup.
All right. So, siqala ngoBoyti.
Yes.
Now, Utwa purple is the color of the frustration that I've been feeling for a couple of weeks. And they didn't find this number to be a number one. It had a lot of people very frustrated. Sia, utini wena ngayo?
Ndiyayithanda, guys, I love it.
So her interpretation of African stars was bringing herself as an African star.
Do you stop
in
it?
all of her glory.
Dilapha, I am a star.
Kuyavakala. Mel?
She looks amazing. One of my best dress.
She's giving us proper Marilyn Monroe, very Hollywood, very glamorous, sophisticated, rich looking.
I like Little Boity, but I have to be honest, ladies. I think this is aging her, but it's true. It's
How?
You know what? The color, the feathers, it's very, I don't know, it's very theater. I don't know, I really like her, but it's not working for me. At least I have to be honest. For me, it's not working. It's aging her. She looks mature.
I knew some shade was coming through when I heard I like Little Boity.
Little Boity.
I knew.
Little Boity.
Something was going to come through after that. Okay, Masqubelekene. Bonang, the Queen Bee, lived up to her title in a shimmering beige and red number. Agahemisi nobody.
Abahemisi at all.
I must say it was nice seeing Bonang back.
At the July.
Yes. At the July.
Yeah,
and she just
same.
owned it. And she even said it was so heavy to carry.
Apparently it was 9 kilograms.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
Kilograms.
Exactly.
You can see it.
And look at her just make it look like she's wearing feathers.
And it sculpted her body amazingly. Like, it gave her that Kim K figure, like, ooh.
So when you're on a champagne diet, you only drink champagne.
Darling, champagne.
It's beautiful.
Avril?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I love her look. Look, Bonang, just simply don't get wrong. I have to be honest. The girl brings it all the time.
All right, guys, let's move on to Bridget Masinga, who showed off her best asset. Now, there was a lot of right and a lot of wrong here, but let me hear the opinions of those who matter the most. Melody?
This look is confusing to me. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I don't know if you understand.
I get you.
I think there's a lot happening. I don't like the mix of fabrics. I feel like she should have chosen one that is like, you know, and then stick to it. And then it's like long sleeves, and then it's super short, and then there's the ruffles on the side. I think the only thing that I truly like about her look is her hair.
I love this look. Can we rather point our attention to Danny Magriki in the back, who actually left Jan van Riebeck to attend the Durban July?
So, here she is.
Yes.
What is going on there?
Like, Jan van Riebeck is hungry because you're out here.
Like 1652, babe.
Come on.
All right, guys. Masqubelekene bantu. Nangu ubuji.
Wow.
No, I mean the print, the print.
Oh.
And now?
Dragging. Okay. So,
I see that.
Bushi is a friend of mine. We FaceTime from time to time. My friend, please call me.
Yo.
Like, call me, let me style you, let's do this right.
What bothers me about this look is how the inside of his kimono is white.
Ah.
It's like, it cheapens the look.
His makeup is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, he never Googled it.
And his beard is connecting, and that's a plus.
All right. Kat, did he throw away his reputation as style star? I mean, he was our style star last week.
I know. I'm also just like...
Why do we hate this?
So hot.
No, okay,
I'm confused.
I will tell you why. I like the material. The boots, firstly, no.
Personally, I feel like he's been doing the GQ look so well that now we need him to branch out and do something completely out there.
Next up is Kaya, our favorite former Uzalo actor.
I love this look.
I would have done that big hat. You know
Yes.
the one that
Those ones.
that extravagant, like where babes don't come.
He's a Gilaban.
We do.
Yes, that's the point.
Those type of kisses. Mwah, mwah. Oh, love you.
Melody?
I feel like we've seen this look before.
Anyway, guys, Molale and David Tlale looking every bit the darling we know her to be.
I'm confused, guys. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm confused. I love Lala. I'm like, is it green? Is it black? Is it foil? Is it organza? Is it an old curtain? You know, it's very Oriental Plaza-esque. I like the top part. I would rock that with a pair of jeans if it's detachable, of course.
All right, you know what, guys? One of the many things that I love about this panel is watching the reactions to the comments from the people who made the bad decisions.
Now here's a moment to decide uba wena uthini ngezi outfits as we take a quick commercial break.
After the break, our panel decides who needs to scoop top fashion awards for their couture choices from the Durban July.
With a final look at the outfits that were as hot as fire and those that belonged in a fire from the Durban July.
Oh, Gebetuna helping us choose which is which. We do have our panel of experts. We have Ndube, we have Molale, Krayzi K, as well as Avril, Albetti.
Okay, let's jump straight into it. Our next outfit up is Nyaleng.
I loved this.
Woo!
Gave me some Gaga, gave me some Johnny,
Katy Perry.
Monet.
Shoes, we can...
The shoes could have literally disappeared. I would have rather gotten somebody to design shoes in the same material.
It's Disney meets Gaga.
Exactly.
You know, like that's the vibe I'm
The
also
category is...
Yeah, Disney meets Gaga,
Mel,
baby.
you don't look
but
so
the
happy.
shoes,
Mel is not here
the
for
shoes
it.
could have...
Unpopular opinion.
Of course.
I don't like how it looks like a butterfly. Like it literally looks like it has a butterfly shape.
Yeah.
If she had maybe lost this...
No.
Friend, let me continue.
Oh, you. Okay, babe.
Yes. So do you see how if she's standing just on top, if you just see this, amazing. Then you go lower and then it just looks like she's got things coming out of her. It loses the shape of this garment. And I think it's just too busy. It's lose one.
Yeah. All right, moving on. No Simpio and Gamer. Sitini Gaya Betuna.
Avril, give us your take on this
I'm
outfit.
trying to figure out what it is. What
it.
is that snake skin? Wait, who is she?
Sims Ngema.
Okay.
I'm hearing a lot of ums and nothing really like...
Okay, so my
delivered.
thing is...
Thank you, Krayzi. I didn't try to figure out what to say.
I see where this was going. I see it. It's just like Minnie's dress. Like, I saw what the vision was.
Visionary.
Do you understand? I just think in between someone missed a missed call or a WhatsApp to say, cut off this, trim this. Between either her pressing send or designer actually listening to the voice note or whatever. There's too many things happening all at the same time. There's a feather, there's, you know, there's just everything that could go wrong went wrong.
She should have stayed at home, honestly.
No.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Now we know how Avril really feels about that look. Maskumelekeni, guys, is so amazing.
Yes.
So Gaga.
Yes.
Brought it all.
Brought the drama.
And the parachute.
The train was carried.
Mind you, he landed off a whole chopper.
Okay.
So imagine all of this chopped up, like all piled up in a whole helicopter. Molale was just doing overtime.
Yeah.
And for me, I got a wisp of his rider for this July. He specifically said, I want tags for me, Molale, obviously, 6 people, entourage. On top of that 6 entourage, what's the entourage doing? Holding my cape.
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
Guys, this is how we want Somizi, right?
Yes.
Then he says, I've got 2 extra bodyguards and a 3rd one to hold the bag. So calculate how many people got employed by Somizi.
Guys, let's move on to the next one.
We have Otino Chinyani.
Tino, babe, we love seeing you without any tops. Keep same momentum. Clearly, when you have something on, it's never a good thing. Like, start and no, sorry, babe.
Zinhle Ngwenya is the next look. Avril, tell me your take on this one.
Oh wow, what is that? Is it a jumpsuit? The shoes are lovely. I love those shoes. It's
been a while since we've seen
Yeah, the shoes are nice.
Yes.
It's a lot going on. I like that headpiece that you have going on. That's nice. Her makeup is stunning. The jumpsuit, unfortunately for me, is not working.
This is a David Tlale
ensemble.
production. Do you understand? This is what we need when we talk David Tlale. I liked it because it takes me to like a whole Japanese feel with the headgear. It's giving me very geisha vibes.
Why go with a geisha look at an African-themed event?
Thank you.
Why are
That's the point I was gonna talk
Why are we
about.
giving her a pass for that? We can't have a Japanese star in Africa at an African-themed event. Still cute, however, I'm not giving her a pass for that.
Next up, what do you guys think of our transphobic, homophobic, bigoted woman, especially after what she said about the gay community?
Are you still friends? Because I mean,
No.
I see this week's outfit and
I am taking over
Okay.
because she is cancelled. So now I am the new Zodwa of the people.
Can I just say this, right?
Yeah, I'll share.
If we can possibly go back to the first time we ever mentioned Zodwa on this year's show with me sitting here, I said, let's not waste our time on non-factors. People are waking up and saying, oh, she's cancelled. Why was she even registered? Why did you guys bother?
The dress is nice in the front. The front is really, really nice. But when she turns around, guys, we have to be realistic here. It's a lot, right? It's a lot, and I really admire her confidence. I'm like, go Zodwa, but Zodwa has to turn it down a notch.
The only place this look would be appropriate is in the bedroom. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, Melody.
Yeah.
You know what?
This is what you wear in your bedroom.
Yes.
Yes, Melody.
Thank you so much for coming to join us. Panel here too, as always, giving us the spiciest takes that can ever be invented.
RGB Betuna also takes no responsibility for the bad choices made by the celebs in this segment. The only person to blame for looking bad is yourself.
Yes, Abantu, if you've got something that you want to add to the thread and all the good stuff of today's panel discussion. It was quite a lively one. Sikhona ku Facebook, as always, official Real Kapoza, and sikhona ku Twitter, naku Instagram, anditi official RGB. Remember, hashtag, as always, Real Kapoza.
And you can tell us what you think personally by finding us on our pages. Mine is @Samora_Mangesi. Usnazo is @SnazoYolwa. From us here in Johannesburg, South Africa, Ep06, goodbye, God bless, good night.